ringing? Thank you, recording the progress. You got a public hearing tonight on the stormwater grant. And it's 7 o'clock. Are you ready to go, Jerry?
We're ready to go.
Roll
Roll them, roll them. All right, let's hope this will be our second time for this grant. We didn't get it the last time. It is actually a big job. It takes the entire Broadway street. And we probably tore up the new water inlets to get rid of some of the water that's standing on Broadway. They run all the way down and hook into the main sewer at the end of the street. That's one of them, and the other one is we'll start back on Phillips Street. And then it'll go all the way back over to Milton Street. That is a storm line that's been plugged up for years. It's been a lot of problems, so there is a line there now. We're just gonna hopefully follow it. I know we're gonna have to get some people on board with it, easements. I don't know if we need that many, but I think we will need them. We're hoping to get it. I think we got a good chance of getting it this time. And Amy's been working on it pretty hard, so let's hope we get it. And we probably won't know anything about that, Ronnie, until wow, might be the end of the year.
Okay.
But anyway, that's what we're trying to get. Hope we get it. Anybody got any comments, questions? Come on, sure you can ask me a question. Wow, we got a good crowd here tonight.
Would there be any road shut down?
Probably the biggest one would be Broadway and Railroad Street and Broadway where to start. We're going to try our best to stay on the west side, maybe. There's a lot of stuff in there and there's a lot of things got to be moved. So it's going to be a big job just on that street. So hoping to get to it and get it started. And once that's done, that'll be there for a lifetime. So we'll work on it and see if we can get it. All right, Ronnie, that's all we got for that.
All righty. I want to, if you've read them, I want to ask that the September 1st, 2025 minutes be approved as written.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, Ronnie?
That's it.
Okay. Paving grant. We're applying for a paving grant. There's been changes. The changes are we cannot pave parking lots. We can only pave streets. So what we said we wanted to do was the cemetery and a couple of parking lots, the fire department and the maintenance building. And this can't be done. They won't let us do it now. So if you can come up with the name of the street, and I said, no, I'm not going to do that.
Have them quote that anyway. We might have money in the edit fund, at least in the fire department.
We can do it. We can do it. I don't know about the fire department. Oh, they're here. Yeah. I had thought about running Hadley Street across in front of our building, and I don't know if that's what we should do, so.
Get extra.
But I'll look into it. It is a street. We get more money if it's longer, right?
It gets enough traffic through there.
Yes, it's a whole lot of traffic. We made it into a street. It's like the dumpsters in the back. which we have large holes. Those are speed bumps. Guarantee they're speed bumps. Because that's sort of be a racetrack also. So, yep. The other thing we have got to start with, and it goes back over a year. We did smoke test sewer lines in Coatesville. And I'm not too sure, Ronnie, if we might just do it again.
Okay.
We had a lot of leaks. And I've got all the addresses, I've got all the pictures of everything, so it's not that we don't know about it, I know where they're at. I got pictures of all the properties. And one of the reasons is the sewer department has failed their inspection 2 years in a row. You cannot fail it 3 years in a row. You cannot do it. And so I gotta work hard on that, trying to get it. We got a lot of things at the sewer plant we gotta change. And then a lot of things about these leaks. And like I said, Ronnie will probably have to send letters to the folks that's got these problems. They're not bad. It's just a matter of caps. Small things, it's minor. I think we've already fixed the major things. So that has got to happen.
What's the repercussions if it does fail a third time?
It's up to the state. What the state can do is come in and eliminate all the people that's tied up to the sewer plant, bring their own people in and get it back going. Within a year or two, they can sell it online. And then the customers, which is all of us, we would be paying whatever they decided to do. So it's not good.
Let's take over.
It's a bad thing. But you know, I've talked to them quite a bit the other day when they called me. Do I disagree with what they're saying? And a lot of that, no. A lot of it was we did it ourselves. But they're gonna change it one way or another. So that's coming up. Then the other thing was, and I did talk to Bob Gentry, but I put it off what I was going to do. I was going to bring a building inspector in here for a meeting. And then it seems that every time that happens, it ends up being a big shouting match. And that is not gonna solve anything. But it's what I'd like to talk about tonight is what the town can do instead of waiting on the county to do it. You know, we're waiting on somebody else to fix something or get a violation. That's something we'll have to get with Eric. And sorry, that's James Ellis. Maybe he's coming. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I've seen it, but it's gone. What I would like to do, Eric, is there's a lot of things that like abandoned houses, old houses. Like to say it like it is, trashed up houses. I don't. Is there any old kind of ordinance that we can pass that where we can address that instead of waiting on the county? And I understand the county's position. It's a big county.
Yeah, but they have less and less jurisdiction.
But
less and less zoning jurisdiction every year because
Yeah.
Plainfield, Avon,
It just-
Bradford, Danville.
you know, in the past, it seems like, well, one time, and they even quit that, they used to give me reports. And they even quit doing that, but still. About everything they've ever done within a year's time, it goes right back to the way it was. Why? And it just seemed like there should be a way that we can take care of some of this under an ordinance. I don't know what it is yet, but
I don't think so, but I can look and see.
okay.
I mean, we've somewhat kind of. We've done that with like the grass and things
Yeah,
like that, but in terms of actual house,
Houses and junk around.
I mean, your house.
Yeah.
If it's falling, you know, could you make a case to contact the health department? Or like unfit for human habitation? I mean,
Done that.
He's already doing that. He said they're poor.
Yeah.
Guy did. He said they're poor people.
yeah. I mean, that doesn't make it fit or unfit. That's what it is.
No, it was bad, but. And I understand it, but like I told the guy, if the people are poor. They really can't violate the law.
Right.
Just because they're poor.
I mean, somebody poor, like,
And then I'm assuming there's programs out there to help people like that too, but.
but unfit is pretty hard. I mean, because it looks trashy doesn't mean it's unfit. That would be like a structural defect.
How about a trashy problem? We have an ordinance to clean that up. Have that cleaned up. Civil violation and.
Dealing with trash and junk.
Junk,
Yeah.
yes.
Slightly place.
You'd be surprised too, with some of the houses I've been in that may look okay from the outside, but getting inside. I don't know how people can live in these.
Yeah, but that still has to be, you would have to have either non-working sewer
Water.
or water or, I mean,
Board of Health told me about water. They don't need it.
it's not what they say anymore.
That's what they told me, and that was probably not 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, you have to have running sewage.
He said they could bring one up from the outside. That's exactly what the lady told me. I was complaining about people were living in a lot of electricity. And she says they don't have to have it. Now, before, I know years ago, they used to, they say they had running water,
Right.
but they changed their tune now.
Yeah, we told,
We've had the health department involved in a few things and
oh, I understand. I
there's,
represent.
as long as they got this and this, they're good to go.
It's a very, like, the standard is super low. I mean, for unfit.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it would, but. I mean, inability to flush toilets. Is one, thing. They don't have to take a shower, except to get rid of the waste. So it's better than there's a guy in North Salem that used to just take his 5-gallon bucket of poop and pee and drop it off at the wastewater treatment plant and leave it there.
It's a nice guy right there. That's like Jared needs to be on the block.
So
I know, we've got one house that hasn't had electricity since May. And so that means they don't have water. But they go to their neighbors and they bring ours over or whatever. So, but it's the same guy that said I couldn't trim trees on his property. We will.
I can do some checking and see.
Then the ordinance that we've got on the cars. When can we start that? I mean, where are we at?
That one should be
That's,
that one.
she denied it.
But I meant, that's not the car one, right?
No.
No, that's the done.
So it's like I've been.
You got the bill for the car one, right? You notice a publication, right? Isn't that the one we published? I would.
Yes. Believe I did, yes. Yes, oh, yeah.
And you
I
guys,
paid food, I just paid for it.
and you guys voted it
Yeah.
in either, I think you voted it in July or August, and we published it, so it should be enforced.
Okay.
Sure hope the cameras got on.
Lost track of time.
Jimmy's been in the field, right?
No, just working on equipment.
But I need to get a copy of that ordinance.
Pardon?
I need to get a copy of that ordinance.
That was, I don't know, we signed it. I think we had.
Or once you signed it, approved it, whatever.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Carmen.
I mean, I know there's probably a lot of things we have to get set up, but somebody to tow them, somebody to.
Or you can at least get it out there so people are aware that, hey, this ordinance exists. Maybe it'll, I mean, maybe, it'll react to it.
Just something gotta be done with it.
That's abandoned vehicles, right?
Yeah.
What we're good at, I'm going to get ahold of John Ayers, English County engineer, and seeing how we can do the parking lots. We can include this bridge out here, this box green, going into Teal Lake. You can apply for that as a grant. So what I'd like to do is call John Ayers and say, what part of that would you want to do? You want to haul all the concrete off? That'd be a big job. So some way to think about it. I don't, we haven't heard any more about the gas station at the store. At least I have.
Yeah. It's in the order.
They're still good for some of that. Listen, this is,
Yeah.
You're the.
because
That's the one.
we responded last year. And everything we responded to.
Well, you said coastal amendment.
No, I think I just.
Either one, either one.
I'm good. One person is probably.
We signed it in.
I don't see any.
Did they-
Yeah.
Talking about dumping since last month,
What's that?
dumping trash.
It seems to be working pretty well now. We moved to 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I had a feeling that would probably resolve, but. Twice a week, we're gonna overload those dump.
I had it,
I've seen people leave, not put stuff in.
And they still may, but we haven't had a problem with anybody putting anything outside since they changed the scope. Which is good.
Now what we'll run into is the big items that we'll just.
Yeah.
Try to drop off.
Yeah, can't.
If it don't fit, it don't ship. If it fits, it ships.
Some people have a hard time stepping on a cardboard box. You Yes, good. See a lot.
Did I get a chance to talk to? Did you get a chance to talk to Bob Gentry? Bob Gentry. He didn't want to come to the meeting.
Oh, he.
Okay.
It's. I was hoping that we could. Take something on our own and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, as, I don't think that everybody trying to.
This review, I've got that right here.
That's ordinance violation.
Ordinance violation. Okay.
Well, I'm not sure, it's in the state, I got it.
So the,
See that print.
Jane, I can go up, big.
Sherry, we
If it don't say
we got a copy of the ordinance for the car,
We have, we switched over to an IP thing.
and we put, make that public.
Yeah, cause I can put on a website.
Even if they have it the same day.
What's the ordinance? See it and know it exists.
Like.
I know there's more
I
to,
saved
that's
it.
going to it, but
Then-
that might make some people more proactive, say, oh, it's ordinance exists, that maybe they'll go out and actually address it, or we are.
Well, I know there's a few of them that's waiting right now for us. So you know. Yeah, one of them's right down there, Charlie. He's not gonna take any more cars out till he sees the wrong person. So. It,
So when they send the light bill stuff out, did they put a check for new ordinances notice on them so people can at least look at them and say, oh.
They wouldn't look.
New ordinance.
They would not look.
Should we just have him
You
mail
couldn't
it?
beg them to look. You couldn't bring them in one at a time and give them, they'd throw them away. That's the way people are. They don't care.
We can post it out there, whether they go and look at it or not, we'll put a link out there and all.
Yeah.
Click on it and see it. but-
Yeah. I've got. Well, let's see. They go November 1st, we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, give me a little note, a little short note. I'll make sure it's on there. I'll get you like next card,
That was bingo.
next billing cards that go out.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Big crowd bingo.
Let me see the ordinance.
Just big crowd bingo.
bingo was
We're
actually,
working on it right now.
really was,
I mean, I'll do it now.
$372 money on the donations and bingo. It was really good bingo. A lot of people, 70. How many people? did it?
76, wasn't it?
76.
Chloe had an official count.
It was a good night. Never made so much popcorn in my life.
That's because it's getting famous.
Dang. We usually go
Net sale.
6 bags. I make what's more than you need. I think I must have made 10 the other night. Yeah, and I didn't even eat any. But yeah, it was a good bingo. We had some good donations. But it was real good. We had a lot of people out.
Didn't know bingo.
Yes. That's it.
One couple was from up by the hotel or something like that.
I had a lady message me wanting to know when it was.
And I, you know, it's,
The time and stuff.
and the gifts that you're giving away are real nice gifts. They're not junk. Ron does a good job getting good stuff and how many gifts did we? See, we had 72 people or was it?
76 people were there. We had 72 prizes that we gave away.
People usually win, didn't we? But it was good.
because I.
Oh, okay. Eric said we need a motion and a second to pass the abandoned car ordinance. An ordinance regarding the identification, removal, storage, and disposal of abandoned and junk vehicles in the town of Coatesville.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
And this is the one we talked about in July. That I just made a few changes to what Steve had prepared.
Oh, I don't think I prepared that one.
Okay, then, never mind. This is the one we talked about in July.
Yeah.
And then I finished it in August and I obviously forgot to forward it.
So then we start to plan a building
Once,
it.
once it can be published and then.
I'll get that off to the public tomorrow.
I'll just send a notice right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good deal.
Is legal. It's done.
Thanks, sir.
So it can be effective, so we get it published probably next week. It's got to run 2 weeks and then 2 weeks after that, you can start enforcing it.
Okay,
So essentially,
So when would be the right time to post the ordinance? Probably not till
oh,
after.
you can post it immediately.
Okay, okay.
It's just,
Yeah, we can't enforce it until after.
you can, yeah, you can't enforce the, yeah.
Make people aware of it now. Okay.
Just, or like Warren. They know it.
Yeah, at least now they'll know it, and then we won't do anything with it until after these next few weeks go by.
Then what would you do? You would get a contract or something with a towing company?
We already have.
We have a tow company.
We already have our tow company as far as
it's
that goes, but we would, how are we gonna get the,
So yeah, the ordinance kind of lays out how. So you have to give them, if it's been on public property for 72 hours, you essentially have to mark it. If it's on public property or if it's illegally parked. If it's illegally parked on private property, you can mark it and then after that, I think you can move that almost immediately. But I would actually tell you, I would defer to, like if it's on the homeowner's property and they're saying somebody parked up somebody else's vehicle, I would tell you, you can call a tow company and go that way instead of the town.
Right.
Having to deal with it.
are they gonna tag it for 72 hours or?
Yeah, unless it's on like if it's in a, you have to tag it for 72 hours. I think just because then you have a document of it that you could.
Yeah.
You tag it, take your picture, do whatever, so you have some proof and somebody says it, and then after the 72 hours, then take it, another picture and then you're good to go. And then the tow company comes and gets it. You don't have to wait 72 hours if it's hazard, like it's blocking a public right of way.
Right, yeah, it's like we do that.
Yeah, normal common sense on that. And then so you date and time the tagging, it's all laid out in there how to enforce it on the ordinance.
Okay.
And then, the fees are assessed to the owner, but the tow company can, bill you guys initially, and then we assess that, and then that goes into like a running fund, so we don't have to spend all the money in this fund. It can be,
okay, good.
if you spend $750 on it, we'll say in October, but you don't get paid until January, you don't have to spend that money next year. It just goes into this fund to use.
So kind of a perpetual
Yeah,
fund?
yeah.
Okay, that's why I've got set up.
So does the town send them a certified letter saying you're in violation?
Yes, they'll write the ticket.
They would write the ticket and then
We'll certify.
you complete an abandoned vehicle report and then transfer to the storage yard. And then kind of after that, the storage yard can either take care of it. We'll have it in the bureau. So then you report, you report it to B&V and then requested if there's any other owner for it, that type of thing. So we do that through B&V, or I don't know if you guys can do it, but there's a way we can request it through the B&V to see if there's any lien holders or owners on it. Because then we notify them and then they got 30 days. They can redeem it essentially from the tow yard. So they then just would directly pay for the storage fee, the lien holder, go that way. And they're pretty good. I mean, you're not gonna generally get a lot of abandoned vehicles that have liens. But I mean, when you do, the banks are pretty quick on paying it. So if for some reason there is a car that's abandoned that does have a lien, the bank will normally pay for it.
Yeah, goes right there, that one's, Danny Sarkeesian, she might have.
That's the one that we did the husband first, right?
Done the husband
Yeah.
first, which was wrong, and we reissued the ticket to her.
And we did to him initially because he was the only registered owner
Yeah.
of that vehicle. She was not registered. as the
Yes,
owner.
yes.
And he threw it under the bus, right?
He said he denied it.
He denied it, yeah, but you talked to her on the
So I
phone.
talked to her on the
And
phone,
she admitted it.
and yes, she wouldn't know who to talk to about this,
Yeah.
violation. And right at the time, I didn't know I could do anything.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, talk to Eric." And I gave her the number, she didn't call her.
No, she did not.
Other,
And now she's denied it, so.
but then she sent back, she denied it.
Yeah.
Now this one, right, the other one. That is a property on Broadway. Now, does Steve need to write a ticket on that, a citation? Or will that let her do? Well, I sent that certified. I sent the pictures. Oh. Well. And I just done it right off the bat after I got to send it off the phone.
And you guys didn't cut the grass or anything, you just,
We haven't done it yet, no.
this is a violation,
Yes,
but I don't think, obviously they want the uniform.
if they do, that's why I said that, then I sent it, I thought, probably should have had that.
Right.
So I'll give that to Steve, he go check it out, he can rewrite it, and I'll resend it.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you need to give them another 30 days. Obviously, you've already given them the time to clean it up.
Yes, and it's not, I
Right.
drove by there today, I thought,
Yeah. So I think you guys can clean it up under that, if you want to.
okay,
Cause in the past, that's what we've done, is we just,
clean it up,
and then, either the lien, big,
yes. I'll probably, if the jury gets it cleaned up, I'll probably file a lien on the property. Then we'll get our money eventually.
right?
Now, if there's a penalty on that, should have sent that to Trix. I think it's about $2,500,
Right.
and I think that's kind of steep, whatever, you know,
Steve, in the past, you just, whatever,
we just cleaned it up,
and then that's
that was,
fine.
that was it,
So it says a penalty up to,
up to,
so if you get it cleaned up quickly and you can figure out what it is, then that'd be what I would assess the
okay,
penalty as. So I would agree.
okay. And you'll decide on Tammy, what to do with her,
Yeah, we're just gonna have to, going forward, we can use the ordinance violation bureau, but it wasn't part of it initially,
Was
but
part of
now
it.
it is.
okay,
And so go after any of the new ordinance violations are good, but hers was before.
well, hers was before, so we'll
So
have,
we need to do a regular, just ordinance violation through the courts.
okay,
So. And we talked, Ron and I did, back when she violated, and he told her to call me. I know we had the fine of the 2,500.
Yeah.
But it was my suggestion, I think.
it was 500.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2,500, something like that, they paid it right away type of thing, for the first violation, but then after that, it was just kind of, give them almost a quasi get out of jail free for the first one, but still, that's still
Yeah.
painful.
I've got it.
$500. So, and then, but if they have other ones, then I wouldn't give a discount.
So far on the recycling ministers, I've collected, I think 8.
Oh, wow.
8 of them, but I only charge them $100.
Yeah, so I mean, whatever, I mean, you just want something that's a deterrent.
Yes,
Yeah,
I got 8 people.
Yeah,
Actually, 7, this one lady had 2.
yeah.
So
Two
I got
parking violations, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, to me, if it's that type of first
Yeah.
time or whatever, it's not gonna take long for them to decide it's not worth
Right.
dumping. So,
Then I had a boy come in who paid, he had a no parking violation and parking on the sidewalk. That was 200, it was up to 250. I got him I charged him 125. With both of them. He's happy to do that.
125 for each one.
125 for the, no for parking, yeah, the no parking on the street.
Yeah.
And $25 for parking on the sidewalk. Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean,
General Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's better to
So,
let them pay, have them pay a
No
little.
parking, so that-
Hopefully they're letting the less.
Probably the only one
No,
that
yeah,
got the right
Bill.
to it. Once you.
I don't think if
I'm guessing
it's parked there since that might go off.
down here.
They're both-
somewhere else.
they don't-
You know,
they're not going
all
all
the
the
time.
time.
You can go to North Salem and dump your stuff.
Um. The,
So what are we doing with our time then?
I'm gonna just do kind of the way we used to do it with the
Okay.
lawsuit and then get it set for a 15-minute trial. And probably will need both of you
Oh, yeah,
because she told you she did it.
Yeah.
So,
I've got the plate and license plate reader and I get the video of her getting out of the Mercedes and taking it, dropping it. Me.
I might, yeah, I think it's only gonna take 10 minutes.
oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
well, I think Comcast is about wound up in town for a ship stuck together.
They were working out west,
Mm-hmm.
they were working out west today.
I think they've done a pretty nice. I think I've only had really one complaint. I was supposed to grab in like these bushes and stuff like that. And it really was just couldn't get to the pole.
Yeah. But we had a complaint too, it was called in. County.
Well,
I took it to county because it's technically outside limits over by the cemetery.
that's saying that,
Same guy, okay.
sure it is.
All right, he was
Well, they're gonna come
coming off
back.
75, driving the trailers and trucks to the yard and. He told him, call the last house, as you go out of town, find out the last house on the right hand side before the triangle.
They were gonna come back and they're gonna come back and fill in their holes and it was settled.
They have been. But then, I'm not part of that point, I've been down holes.
Maybe Comcast,
It's Comcast,
you've never seen that.
yeah, Comcast done it,
Yeah.
and that's not part of us. Now, if it's a pole that's pulled and it settles, then I like this, but still take care of that. We have the, but now on the boxes and all that stuff, that's kind of guts. So. I don't know more about that, right? I thought they was pretty well done in town. And they actually did a lot of tree trimming for us. That's how they know was gonna do it. They did a lot of tree trimming, so. But the only complaint I had was they thought they cut up too many of these bushes, and the bushes were on the pole. And so was the trees. They had to get in still an easement.
We go 10 feet each side.
I really don't legally don't know what it is. Somebody might, Ronnie might, Eric might.
Yeah, 10 feet.
I wasn't.
So 10 feet of each power line on each side. Is that our easement?
Yeah, I think.
Probably, so if we're on that bush around the pole.
Yeah.
And this one here would probably got 5 foot. But. It is what it is. Anything else?
I've got our third quarter stats. Third quarter from July to September. 349 hours of patrol work. We had, 0 training hours this quarter. We had 25 ordinance violations, 38 calls for service, and 2 arrests.
Fire department?
Couple things run for the year right now. We're at 350 at the end of September. Did replace a couple of times on the outside of the building. Our new signs on the front of fire department signs. The wheels put in upstairs is about 90% done. Getting close.
Looks good, looks very good. I did go by the fire department in Lisbon, cause I told you one time I actually had thought about when all that was going around about putting a mural on the fire department. Well, then I go up and look at the one in Lisbon, you know, they did it. And, you know,
Looks nice.
it's had to do over again, I probably would have stayed with that. Because it looks nice. Well, anyway, like I said, the only thing we got going is that we're gonna have to start on the sewer violations. We're gonna have to get started on that. And we may even do another smoke test. But we have to get in front of this. Of these violations, we have to, we have no choice. The state of Indiana is coming down on us hard.
Pressure's on.
You'll let us know when you're doing that, right?
Do what?
You'll let us know when you go to do that again. Maybe a couple of days. You know, I have to find out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's we have some groundwork to do. Down here on Voorhees, we have to fix a broken pipe. And at the same time, I'm gonna have the owner that does that, David Quinn, got property up here, has got 2 violations on it. I'm gonna say, David, now's the time to fix it.
Yeah.
But all the violations we have, basically the major ones have been fixed. The minor ones are just caps. But we'll get to them.
I had a question about your sewer, smoke tests on the sewer. Is the problem that the sewer line itself is cracked or?
Could be. What we wanna do, if we get the grant to do it, is to totally reline them. It will be just like a pipe inside of a pipe.
The reason I asked was, in the alley next to my house on Water Street, the propane truck comes in 2 or 3 times a year. And I asked the driver one time what his gross weight on that was, if he's fully loaded with propane. And he says, about 15 tons. He said, in a bragging way, I've left the plant with the 16 tons. What's the sewer line?
Well, the sewer lines, the main sewer line that's running behind your house. That's probably about 9 to 10 feet. It'd take a lot of weight to get down that far. Now, the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time is behind your house. When we backed that, and put a new pole back there. The sewer line was up against the pole and up against all the electric wires. I've never seen how it got in there. I have no idea, but it was done by a human. I couldn't believe when I seen it. But it is there, so it's not in the right of way, it's off the right of way. But. Yeah. The sewer lines being. I say cracked, joints, you know, and they're all embedded in sand. And it's like a giant swimming pool underground with pressure on them. And I always thought there ought to be a different way of doing things than doing that, but that's exactly the way it is. The engineer designed it, I didn't. Anyway, anybody got anything else?
Time capsule.
Yes, sir.
Time capsule project, we're still gathering letters. We have until Friday to get those letters. Everybody's gonna supply letters. We're gonna have the ceremony on Saturday, November 1st, 9 o'clock at the community building. Then we're gonna go over at 10 o'clock to the flagpole and bury it. That's where I need some help. I'm hoping Jimmy, maybe you can help us out with that. You have a backhoe?
Mhm.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you like digging in a cemetery?
I gotta find out from Mark over here at the funeral home where he said, he gave us a spot. We can put it near the flagpole. He just hasn't pointed out where that spot is yet. So I gotta get with him to do that, but I like to dig the hole like on the 31st, just because I don't wanna have an open hole. We'll cover it, of course, but I don't wanna have it open any longer than we need to. And then backfill it on Saturday when we fill the area of the time capsule, if that's possible.
You can dig them ahead of time.
Well, yeah, I mean,
As long
we
as you
get,
put plywood over them.
yeah, and that's fine. We can do it anytime, I guess, but I just need to find out from Mark where, but I don't know if that's something, Debbie, you can help us with.
Just don't dig down there and hit anything.
I thought you said there's nothing under there. Well, where we're supposed to put them, there shouldn't be any bodies there. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing electrical or anything going through there, so
You know,
811 doesn't scan for bodies, do they?
no. And my instruments don't do it either,
I didn't think so.
but I think you'd be all right. It's vacant there. Was planned for Halloween. And we're actually gonna sell them for, cremations, because they didn't never do it.
And Ronnie, you're asking about,
Halloween for Halloween this year.
I don't know if we know
Yeah,
that. It'll be the 31st, I'm sure.
It's on the 31st, yeah, I think that's a Friday.
We might be gonna dig a hole in the cemetery.
Oh. Well, I mean, we can do it beforehand, so we'll cover up the whole, but yeah, it'd be kind of interesting day to do it, wouldn't it? Let's do it like 10 o'clock that night.
Right before you start.
I just say we do our normal time, start at 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock.
5 to 8?
That's what we usually do,
Okay.
6 to 8.
6 to 8. We can do 6 to 8.
6
That's what we normally do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rest me anyway.
Yeah.
Hold the damn though, boy.
Dirt bag.
It will be, right?
It'll be a full moon too.
That's a nice.
Last time I went down that cemetery,
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know it was lit up all of things. I said, nah, I don't need to be here. I just don't need to be here. Maybe that's where we had the Halloween. I don't really want to do that. We have holes for people coming out of.
That's when LJ said you come told you there was a guy dead at the cemetery. Dead guy.
There was something, he called me and he said, there's a dead guy in the cemetery. I said, yeah, LJ, there's a bunch of dead guys in the cemetery. No, there's a dead guy in the cemetery. He's laying on the ground there. He's all right. Leave it. And so I went down there. And LJ went over to the funeral home to get them to come and fix the body up. I said, it don't work that way.
That's a variant.
So I said, is he dead? And he said, I don't know, I'm not gonna go close to it. So I went over to see if he was dead. She committed suicide.
Shot himself.
Huh?
Shot himself.
Yes. Shot himself and had his wife's remains in the vehicle with a seatbelt on.
Well, safety first.
But you were right, they were, they did right. I think, Tim, that was about 3 to 4 hours, didn't that? Tim had to be the last one that was there. Don't need more days after that. All right, anything else? So I'll have a good one.